Hey everyone, this is Andrew, and I hope everyone are safe. So this is going to be a series of sessions on personal finance, and we're going to have our introductory session on investment opportunities in India. So these series of videos are primarily pitched to the young earners and also to people who are earning and who has not started their investments yet. So this is going to be an informative session, I hope. So please do watch till the end, and please do share your thoughts in the comments section. All right, let's go down to see if there's any thumb rule or any primary ground rule to be an successful investor. But to be honest and blunt, as far as I know, there isn't one. So I have a quote from the famous Warren Buffett. It says, "Rule number one: never lose your money," and rule number two: never forget the rule number one. So the reason why he says this is all the acclaimed successful investors would create their own strategy or their own mechanism that works for them. So likewise, we have to do our research, and we have to go as per our analysis and as per our emotions. So there isn't a single success formula, so we have to invent one. Okay, let's come to the actual definition of investment. So I have two definitions, and one from economic standpoint, and the other one is from that of the finance. So as per economic sense, it says that the investment is purchasing of something which is being consumed tomorrow or in the future, or it is used in the future to create wealth. So it's self-explanatory, and the definition as that of the finance is it is a monetary asset, they say, which is purchased in the idea of selling it in the future for a higher price, because both the definitions are very much relevant and are self-explanatory, which is actually the meaning of investment. And many would ask, why should you even invest? To answer that question, there are multiple aspects to it. One important aspect is you have to anticipate your future goals or your future expenses or your retirement, or your children education and so on. So if you keep your money safe today, it's not going to grow unless you do something. So the reason why we should invest is because of its high liquidity in first place. Second, the capital gains that you get out of it. Also, generating another income which is stable. Also, securing your principal. And there are some cases where we can even exempt tax. Now let's look into the investment opportunities that are available in India. Firstly, it is bank deposits. Second is real estate. Third is investing in gold. Fourth is investing in stocks, and next is investing in mutual funds, and lastly investing in bonds. So I'll be putting up sessions on each of these topics in near future, and if at all any of you would want a session on any of the specific schemes or any specific topics, please do let me know on the comment section so that we can work on that, and we can put up a session on that as well. Now let's see what are non-marketable securities. So to simply put, the investments in assets that are not tradable are non-marketable securities. So we have a list of few, like the bank deposits, post office deposits, life insurance policies, public provident fund, and company deposits. So if you look into it keenly, you would understand that these have a fixed rate of interest and has a definite period. So this is like an agreement between the issuer and the customer. So something of this kind can be deemed as non-marketable securities. Also, a word of caution that these securities don't beat inflation by a big margin. Let's talk about equity, that is investing in stock market. A stock is a form of security that is issued by the publicly listed company in order to share the ownership and also to generate money out of it. And a retail investor can benefit from the change of the stock price, which is directly proportional to the company's overall performance and the country's economic health. And the advantage of staying in stock market is you can trade it in the secondary market and also trade it any number of times in a day. And a word of caution is stock market is very volatile and is preferred for long-term investors. Let's talk about investing in bonds. So bonds are nothing but debt agreements issued by private or public bodies like governments or corporates or any private sectors. So these are debt agreements promising that they'll repay the debt on time with a fixed rate of interest. So we have multiple types of bonds like central government issued bonds, state government issued bonds, and local authorities issued bonds, and corporate bonds, public sector bonds, and some bonds are tax free, where we can claim tax exemption for those kinds of government issued bonds. Now let's see what is money market instruments. So these are basically agreements or deposits or acceptance letters or bills that are published by private as well as public bodies in order to generate liquidity. So these are primarily issued in order to generate liquidity in a short span of time. So these are good areas where we can invest, and these are considered to be less risky investment. Of course, while investing, we have considerable risk involved in any kind of investments that we make, but these are considered to have less risk involved than others. Lastly, let's talk about mutual funds. So we have companies called asset management companies. So they issue mutual funds and they house an equipped research team with fund managers to manage the fund. So based on the type of funds, like whether it's debt or equity or hybrid or solution oriented, they build the portfolio and they invest accordingly, and the profits that they book from it are shared as per the proportion invested by the investors. This is considered to be moderately risky or less risky because of the diversification that is done, and this is an inherent advantage of mutual fund. So you might be wondering, what am I talking after concluding with the types of investments? So I thought this would be an value add for everyone. So it's about value investing strategy. So this was actually found by Benjamin Graham and David Dood. So this is used to pick stocks, but I would say this is more of a mindset. So it is to buy a product or a security or an investment when the valuation of the product or security is less than the book value, which means that anything that you buy should be bought in the value that is less than its book value. So this is a strategy that can be employed everywhere. So I thought this would be an good information to everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much, viewers, for listening to me. And please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And do give us our feedback. And also do let us know if you want any specific videos or any specific sessions on personal finance or anything that you want, so that we would meticulously work on it and would try to bring up the content to you. Thank you.